All right, everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Bruview podcast this year. In this episode, we'll be doing a mid-season fall sports review. I am your host, Adam Hazara, and let's get right into it. All right, so starting off with football. They are 2-2 right now as of the time of this recording. Started off 1-2, but won versus West Potomac in their first game of district play last week to improve to 500. They play a very good Fairfax team on Hoko night, which is tomorrow at the time of this. It's also a rematch of last year's regional final game. Bruins are trying to repeat. But there's been some reasons for that 1-2 start, reasons for some struggles, as there's been a loss to a ton of seniors last year, especially on defense, and a bit of struggles on offense that carries a ton of talent, especially at QB. But, they still have a very talented team, and everyone looks like they're getting more comfortable now after that West Potomac win. Ty Jackson was just named starting quarterback over Michael Cerise. Explosive arm, can score a lot of points for you. And, Cerise, Ty Jackson is now starting over him, Cerise was a quarterback who led Bruins to her fourth region title last year. And Jackson exploded in his first varsity start ever versus West Potomac, passing for 441 yards and 5 touchdowns, and really looks to be the starting QB for the rest of the season, as Cerise looks like he could be heading to safety on defense. Everyone has been hitting more of a stride, including the younger defense that we've seen. I lost a lot of talented players out of last year: Ryan Maffini, Lucas Maffini, Ken Fatui, Aaron Aduma, Ethan Morris, Jack Rubino. A lot of studs, and still, even with that, Coach Doc has been doing a great job, like always, in every year where he's pushing for a state title with the Bruins. Big shout out to him for what he's been doing. Now, we move on to field hockey. Off to a great start, going 8-3 at the time of this recording, just coming off a win over Robinson, and could be on our way to maybe making states this year. It could seem to be a real deal. I've had a few seasons where they've really struggled the last few years, and this year, this comes even after the loss of their star Maya Rorick. She graduated after last year. She was a great player for them, all region a few times, and their all-district goalie Grace Hepperer has been hurt a little bit. She should be back soon. But they also have some other great players I want to shout out: Olivia Wallace, both McCabe's, Allison and Jacqueline, as well as Abby Schwartz and Paulina Bruno Wetzel. And all of those players are averaging over 2 points per game this year to lead a potent offense. Sophomore Lily Seidel taking over for Heverer at goalie right now, doing great on defense. Season-wise, they started off going 0-2, losing to Stafford, North Stafford, two of the best teams in the state, and gone 7-1 since. And it seems like those losses, facing some of those great teams early, have set the Bruins up for winning a lot of games on their streak so far this season I was just talking about. Big highlight was they were able to play Woodson very close, who went to the state title game last year, and even though they ended up losing in triple overtime and what was a heck of a thriller to see, it was very impressive to keep up with the quote-unquote big dogs in that matchup. And you just really got to give credit to head coach Ward, who in his second season, after coming over from a power in Fairfax to win a state title, brings some great experience over to his Bruins program, done a great job turning them around after some very mediocre seasons and doing some great things. He graduated from Braddock, has some great ties to him, knows him very well. So that's also another really good thing. And though Bruins play in a tough district with some great teams like Woodson and Fairfax, you just mentioned, they're still pretty good this year. South County, Alexandria City, West Potomac, who are over 500, seem to be also very good. And they still have yet to face all those teams except for Woodson. So we'll kind of see how they do against them, but they could very well do some amazing things with the trajectory that they're going in. Boys volleyball, starting their first season as an actual sport as we move into them now. They're now part of VHSL after years of being club. Off to a great start, 7-4. Played some close sets with a lot of teams pulling on some really good wins. Shown that they're very great is what I've noticed. Done some very good things with Coach Whelan. So huge shout out to him for what he's doing as the boys volleyball coach in their first season. Really love how he's carrying them to a nice record to start off their history. On the other side of girls volleyball, they've been hovering around 500 this year and are currently over that at a 5-4 record. Just took a devastating loss to a talented AC team, 3-0 this past Tuesday, who won the state title a couple years ago. Have some nice talent. The Bruins do, as they're looking to be in decent shape right now. Been led by Tennessee commit Morgan Williams, tall player in Greater Game Jr., and they still have her another year. Bruins could definitely make a very good run with her and some of the other very solid juniors they have doing a great job. Yana Jensen, Norel Rivera-Miranda, who have starting percentages of 90 or higher so far this year. And then there's Hannah Berhe, tall girl, and she's been doing a great job too. So look for those. They have some really good young pieces. Be a good team to not sleep on. And they also have some good senior players, Ashley Harding and Chloe Fredberg. Some players to really watch out for on the Bruins. So I think you could really watch out for them to make some big strides as well. And overall, just a lot of these fall teams, I've noticed a lot of really good talent. A couple of them really building something special, and looks like they could make some strides to maybe like a region title or a state tournament season, especially, like I said, field hockey and volleyball. Volleyball is also in field hockey situation where they haven't really been a region title contender as of recent years. But, it seems like that they could maybe be heading in that direction. So best of luck to them. Let's move on to cross country. So boys are looking to repeat as a district and region champions. Finished runner-ups in states last year, which is amazing. Always a great program, very fun to watch. Coach Holmes always does a great job, not only for boys, but the girls. Both of them have their next meet, invitational this weekend, and are coming off a meet at Audrey Moore this past Wednesday. And there's also a lot of other really good players. Girls, have Clara Ponte, who was really good in the regional last year. Boys have some pretty good stars too. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do. And then we kind of get into golf here, and golf is kind of really the only fall sport for Bruins that's kind of really struggled. They're quite below 500 right now as their record stands. I do want to shout them out. They just had their senior night the other day, so congratulations to all of them for their wonderful accomplishments and what they've done this year. And finally, let's go to cheer. I want to shout out a player for them, Annie Delaney. She was just named the varsity cheer team's player of the week just a couple of days ago. A big whoop whoop for her. Of course, cheer is going to be performing at every football game. It happens each Friday. So make sure you go out and watch them at the Fairfax game and all the other future games that they have this season. And so, as well as a shout out to our wonderful dance team, always put on a great performance at halftime as well. And that about wraps up our show today. I just want to give you guys a quick recap of what's going on around all the fall sports here at Lake Braddock. Can't wait to see you guys in 2 weeks. Our next episode next week, I'll probably be on the Morning Bru with my sports report. Make sure you watch out for that. Again, changing it up a bit this week. And, I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. You guys are the best. And I cannot wait to see you guys in the next episode. So, for the Bruview podcast, this is Adam Hazara signing off. Have a great day, everyone.